We're keeping it in so you guys can see how the hot dog is really made. Most days are really great. Sometimes the people that make hot dogs, they go into the factory tired. And, just start, this is all beef hot dog. Oops, some pork got into this one. And, a chicken in there. Chicken hot dogs, those things. I know turkey dogs are real. Do you eat hot dogs?
Not really.
Do you eat glizzies?
Glizzies? No.
Are you a glizzy globber? Yo, this episode sucks, yo. What's going on, beautiful people? That might have been the quietest intro to the show ever. In 4 seasons and 27 episodes of Black Zeus the podcast. That's right. You're watching Black Zeus the podcast or listening. We don't discriminate here. Welcome to all the he, hers, they, thems, and whatevers. All right, let's restart. What's going on, beautiful people? It's me, Black Zeus. This is Black Zeus, the podcast season 4, episode 27. That's right. This is episode 27. And I'm fucking exhausted. That's right. Your boy's tired. Active weekend. A lot of time in the sun. A lot of time on stage. A lot of time around a lot of people. And I'm a guy with a lot of energy. How many lots am I going to say? A lot. I got a lot of them. So just tune into this episode called A Lot. I'm tired, nigga. And I need time to recoup, which is going to happen after I get through this recording. So be prepared for what might possibly be, I can't even speak, might possibly be the best or the worst episode of this podcast, or maybe just the most mediocre, right down the middle. We'll see. Before we get all there, let's fucking summon the guy. Let's summon the Wall Street guru, the fucking crypto king. Is this how we summon? I don't know. Where are all the white witches at? Leave a comment, DM me, let me know if this is how you summon. I don't got any quartz or whatever the fuck. I don't know what you use, rock salts. Got that big old pink Himalayan fucking light bulb that everybody had on their desk in college. It's for the energy, it's for the ions in the air. It's just to clear the ions in my heart and vagina. Yes, queen. This is a shit episode already, so let's... How do we summon this guy? I got no money to gift the gods. What would it be that Dante likes? What would you have to bring him? If this was the show American Gods, what gift would we have to show up with? This is very inside baseball. If you've never watched the show American Gods, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Essentially, it's... Am I really going to start explaining this? Yo, Dante's in the building, bro. You know what's fucked? Is having to summon you into the episode every week now starting to give me anxiety because I don't know how I can keep fucking making up these stories. I somehow do. This week, I'm just tired enough.
You know what my offering would be?
What would it be?
Caramel ice cap.
Damn, all right. But that wouldn't be it. I think a Frisbee.
Frisbee? I mean, yeah, but...
Why'd you look at me all sideways and shit?
No, but I know I talk about Frisbee, but I usually show up with an ice cap.
That's fair. I'm trying to think of the things that you like. Okay, so ice cap is obviously one of them. Knowledge,
You'd have
I
to
feel.
put an ice cap
like
up.
a book.
A book, yeah.
But it would have to be the right book. Like,
Yes.
I can't show up with with like a Cosmo magazine.
No. It has to be a good book.
Then you
with some
burn. Then you
knowledge.
burn the person bringing you the gift, and fucking they're cursed for life.
You have to pour out the ice cap on the floor.
So it would be an ice cap. I hate that you're such a corporate god.
Shall we go into it?
So if you're familiar with the podcast already, you know that when the studio gets hot, I get really loopy. Also, when I'm tired, same effect. I'm just laugh, and it's just Loopsville. Dante, how you living, bro?
You know me, I'm blessed and highly favored. You know, it is actually warming up here, like
Is
in
it?
the studio, but also just outside. I felt like the weekend was kind of hot, even though I was indoors for most
I'm
of
not
it.
gonna lie. I feel like the studio's all right now. I feel like we've been in situations where we're recording under extreme
I
heat,
don't know. I feel like I'm sweating. Maybe because I was running around.
and I'm wearing a long sleeve. Don't say this out loud, because I'll start to feel the heat. I'm wearing a long sleeve in
I'm
the
feeling
studio.
good. It's breezy. I got this nice breeze coming in, so
I got these
I'm focusing on that.
clean Vans on, which black people don't give a shit about, but I got these clean Jordans on. The view count just went up like 100. Yo, this nigga's got new Jordans.
I wonder if you just put a Jordan logo on it, would Vans do better for black people?
No, bro, because they would know that it's. I mean, if there was an official crossover,
Yeah, like if it was like a
I think that. But also, you know what, bro? Black people have completely like broke open that skate culture thing. For me, growing up, like black people and skateboarding and all that shit was like rare. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But now I feel like every skate crew has like 80 niggas, bro. I'm seeing all black skate crews, bro.
I know.
And now I'm like, let's go, bro.
Yeah,
So I think niggas is wearing Vans by
He's
now,
wearing Vans.
and it's not
True.
even just for
And
skaters; it's
you
for
can't really
posers.
skate in Jordans either. I mean, you can.
You could skate in anything, bro. I seen a
could.
nigga skating Tims.
True. That's in
Swear to
New York
God, bro.
only, though.
Yeah, it's like an NBA YoungBoy fan.
Oh, okay. Black Timberlands.
I think it might have been one of those memes. You remember when NBA YoungBoy was really popping? And it's like, these are all his fans. It was like, it was a nigga like hopping the fence,
Yeah,
just stomping in Tims.
Yeah.
And it was like how NBA YoungBoy fans skateboard. And the guy had Tims on and he just broke the board in half. So we got there somehow.
Yeah.
Are you tired too?
No.
I forgot. I didn't really. I should actually pay more attention to this type of thing. I haven't had a crash in a really long time, like an energy crash. This isn't even like I'm tired or whatever. It's just I've been around a lot of people. I have spent a lot of time not by myself this weekend.
Yep.
And I'm not a loner. I love being with people, but there's a limit, you know? And the only reason that people love my energy so much is because I make sure to find that balance.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I keep myself proper so that other people can also have an enjoyable experience around me.
Yeah.
And yo, right now, nigga, I need you to leave. I'm gonna shut the cameras off. This is the rest of the podcast right here, just like this. But no, let's get into a comedy recap. You know what I mean? That's what we're here for comedy stuff. People don't want to hear me just complain about how I don't want to do this. They'll just tune out. And that's not the point of this. We want you to tune in. We still got a whole show for you. We got another 15 minutes. This whole episode's fucking 10 minutes long. But no, what shows did I do? Oh, Danforth Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that because we were recording
Yeah.
on our way out last week to that show. It was a fun show. It was a show where I had to work. We got a lot of footage. Dante was with me that night, and we ended up recording like the set. Ended up recording some of the shit afterwards, beforehand, all that stuff for something that we were working on. I feel like I've been saying that forever, but we go.
We're still working
we
on
go.
it.
Yeah, we're still working on it, and I don't give a fuck about your time frame, nigga. It's all about me and this nigga over here. We're working on shit. It'll release when it's ready, and when we're ready, and that doesn't even mean we're waiting for perfection. We're just not going at the pace of the algorithms, and I like that. What a shit episode this is, bro.
You gave him the wink of the gun.
The wink of the gun. Yo, if you're still listening to this podcast, by the way, shout outs to you, to the listeners. Like, do you not have YouTube access? We built the studio. If you haven't, we still got a lot of people listening, you know? So salutes to you if that's how you like to do it, if you're on your commute or whatever. Much love and respect. But do know that there is a video option. So when you hear me do weird shit like winking the gun, like there's a visual to that you're missing out on. And honestly, I think you're missing out on a part of life by not seeing this.
So, anyways, the Danforth.
Yeah, thank you. This is, bro, like you saw it, right? Like you saw it. You saw everything going downhill. We're keeping it in so you guys can see how the hot dog is really made. Most days are really great. Sometimes the people that make hot dogs, they go into the factory tired. And, you know, just start, this is all beef hot dog. Oops, some pork got into this one. And, a chicken in there. Chicken hot dogs, those things. I know turkey dogs are real. Do you eat hot dogs?
Not really.
Do you eat glizzies?
Glizzies? No.
Are you a glizzy globber? Yo, this episode sucks, yo. Can you write that down? That might be the title of this one. This episode sucks. Let's see how many views we get off that. Just be upfront with people. That's our policy. Just let you know. So if you're still here, I mean, but the Danforth Comedy Festival just wrapped up. It was a week-long comedy festival, the first annual, run by Comedy Nuggets, a production crew out of Toronto. Luke Lindale is the comic that heads all that operation and shit. And he just made his post about how the festival wrapped up and how he thought he was crazy for wanting to start a festival. And now that it's concluded, he did realize that he is crazy. I love that little blurb that he put there. But salutes to you, man. Like, starting a comedy festival is not easy. They had a bunch of sold out shows. They had some that weren't. But I think all of them did well. And to run a week-long comedy festival, summertime in Toronto, during Caravana, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to, like, bro, salutes to that shit. And we need more of that. Because
we need more crazy people.
Yeah, we need more quote-unquote crazy people that are willing to, you know, take a risk. And not even just for themselves, but for the benefit of the community. He paid everybody festival rates.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So that's what's up. We don't need more shows where people are getting paid 10, 15, 20 bucks and devaluing their time and stuff. I mean, we do need mics. Absolutely. There's a whole ecosystem that has to be maintained. But since COVID, when the comedy scene started back up active again, there was this, like the first year and a half, there was this really fucking like beautiful Garden of Eden type energy. Like everybody was so grateful to just not have to be locked up in their homes anymore. And shows were starting to get active. And people were getting paid. People were making sure they were paying people because like a lot of people had time to reflect during the pandemic and be like, I guess I was devaluing myself and others,
I really got away with paying this guy $5.
Yeah, $5 or not paying him at all. And then I feel like now we're kind of like, what we've left out a lot is like the toxic fucking behavior of the past.
Yeah.
But I feel like the production side of things have gotten back to like devaluing a little bit. You know, there's a lot more shows happening right now where like, you know, you're asked to do producing work, like sell the tickets for me. And, you know, don't get a piece of that pie, but help me do my job and give you a set at the same time. I'm like, well, I'm just trying to focus on the set. If I wanted to produce a show, I'd produce a show. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, I think a lot of people don't really factor in. It's like, yo, you're doing comedy and you're getting paid X amount for like 5, 10, 15, 20 to an hour. You know what I mean? But you don't factor in, or most people don't factor in the travel time, the eating on the road, the fucking being away from your family and friends, the fucking all that extra shit. Which you at a certain, once you start getting really good, you have to start factoring that into the evaluation of your company, essentially, of your brand, of whatever the fuck. So it's like, I use summer now as semi-retirement.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't fully stop doing shows, but I scale so far back that I'm really only doing the ones that value me properly.
Gotcha.
And sometimes that means I don't have a show for 2 weeks. Sometimes that means I have a show every fucking day for 2 weeks straight. You know what I mean? And in the summertime is where I actually focus on that and actually will balance that out. I'll give myself more personal time, which this week I kind of balanced improperly. So I'm just falling apart here. But salutes to Danforth Comedy Festival, Luke Lindale. Salutes to all his crew. Lenny the Butcher, who looks exactly like him, but older. And Angela. Yeah, all y'all did amazing jobs. And yeah, hopefully you guys run it back, second annual next year. What else did I do? I headlined Heatwave Comedy at the Comedy Lab, the only black-run comedy club in Toronto. Salutes to Danton Lamar. Salutes to Cliff. Thank you for having me on. Fire. Always have fun at that club. Even if it's a small amount of people in the audience, it's just a fun time. Thankfully, it wasn't. It was a full crowd. Dropped a bunch of time there. And then I made a bunch of rounds. This is where it started, like the energy fucking displacement started. Because I'm like, yo, I'm in the city. I only have one show booked tonight, so let's go around. I went to like 2-3 different clubs and saw people.
Okay.
Just like hugged everybody, fucking let them know I'm still alive. Checked in on them. And then got back super late. Next day, where was I? Different nights in London, Ontario at the Rec Room. Bro, this guy puts on some of my favorite shows. One of the best producers running right now in Ontario, in Canada. I don't know about the West Coast or middle of Canada right now, but bro, if you're out here, if you're in Southern Ontario, try and link up at different nights. But also be a good comic because he doesn't put on bums. Yeah, just a fun ass time, bro. And of the Rec Rooms, the Rec Room is like an adult arcade. Well, it's not just for adults; anybody can go, but it's like an arcade with a bar, restaurant. It's run by Cineplex.
Yeah.
So they actually own it.
It's like a scaled down Palladium.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say scaled down.
Well, Palladium used to be, Palladium does
Palladium of old with the go-karts and the batting cages and the fucking the 4D roller coaster ride thing. Yeah. Where it's the chairs that like get up and move and they spray mist in your face and all that shit. Oh, okay. In terms of that, like they don't have go-karts and shit.
Yeah, they don't have like go-karts.
But I'd say they have just as much, if not more, inside.
Yeah, because they have like the restaurant and like, it's more of like a...
It's
I don't even know how to describe it. It's
like an adult arcade.
Some of them have axe throwing. I know the one in...
Wait, really?
Yeah. The
Rec Rooms have axe throwing?
The one in Square One has like axe throwing at it.
Huh.
Like you can...
Yo, what's with the appeal of that? There's so many businesses that I swear to God, I just look at them. I'm like, yo, the next time that money is a big issue for people, like this is not a business anymore. Yeah. The last time that I really paid attention to this is muffin shops. There was a period in like 2015 to like 2019. Bro, every corner was a cupcake muffin shop. Every fucking corner. And now it's like dispensaries. Dispensaries took all the places of the muffin shops. But now I'm seeing axe throwing everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this a sustainable business?
I don't know.
We'll see.
How you don't really need to replace axes that often. I mean, you know what I mean?
Well, you got to keep them sharp. I guess maintenance is really low on that.
Just this one stone, just...
imagine they just got one guy in the back just fucking carving up axes for eternity.
Hey, that'd be a good job. Keep his nose in the grindstone forever.
That'd be a good job for a murderer. keep him off the streets.
Keep him in the back.
Yeah, keep him in the back, just away from people. But they can have sharp maybe that'll actually be bad. Keeping sharp objects around them. But yeah, what's it called? I don't know. That's it for the comedy recap. I had a really good set. I enjoyed myself there. I usually do in London. Mm-hmm. I linked up with a potential producer or partner in that city as I'm starting to look at lining up things across Ontario and Canada and abroad. Oh, salutes to my brother, your brother as well, Abbas Wahab.
Oh yeah.
Salutes to the guy. Can you please pull up his Instagram page for me real quick?
Sure.
Right now, Abbas, who's a Toronto comedian, if you're not familiar, he is in Edinburgh, Scotland, for the annual Edinburgh Fringe Festival. It's the biggest fringe festival in the world. It runs for a month. This nigga decided that he's going to run the whole month, crazy, but good for him. This is literally comedy boot camp. If you're not familiar with Fringe, specifically from the perspective of a comedian, on Netflix, I think Hannibal Buress, he has a short documentary where they followed him out to Edinburgh Fringe.
Okay.
I'm not even sure that he did it for the whole month. He might have only done it for half the month or something. It might have been the whole month, but they filmed it. It's fascinating, bro. The nigga starts losing his mind. Like it's which I'm watching happen to Abbas.
I know.
I'm watching him have the breakdowns. So he just posted, scroll down for me.
Oh, which one?
Wait.
These are the most recent ones.
Are these reels or his posts? No, go to posts, yeah. And click that for me. That one right there. Oh, damn, I'm not signed in. Okay. I'll just put it up on my phone. And I'll add it in after. But he got a review.
I was reading that as we were
bruh.
setting up.
So he sent it to me before he posted it, and we were talking about it. And can you mute your phone, please?
Was that me?
Yeah, I think so, because it ain't me, nigga.
My phone is never off. Anyways, send me the post and I'll pull it up on here or put it in the Dropbox.
Okay, give me 1 second here. No, because I'd have to download it and shit.
Oh, okay.
But I'll end up downloading it and putting it in the edit.
Okay.
But essentially, he got a review from someone in the audience, and bro, when I tell you, I'm so proud of this guy. So, so it says, Joe, if you're pro or part of the LGBTQ, avoid this show. Very much blindsided. This was not what's described above. There was nothing on leaving the corporate world, poorly navigating poorly navigating your 30s and balding before your dad. Other than an audience shout out to the bald, instead there was a transphobia, early 2000s style homophobia. What planet are you on? It was early, this type of homophobia, very early 2000s. Early 2000s style homophobia and racism in brackets towards multiple groups. The level varies from subtle-ish. Sorry, I gotta keep pinch zooming and fucking. I'm not this bad at reading. Shit, I gotta do it again. The level varies from subtle-ish to blatant and unavoidable, including direct audience engagement in brackets, uncomfortable for all, whether they agree or not. Yo, it still goes, bro. This person really has too much time on their hands. In fairness, it was a preview show that started mundane, but wasn't landing consistently, and then escalated. So perhaps this was a one-off botched attempt to get engagement by swapping to more controversial material. Bruh, this person is insane. This person is the definition of a snowflake. Like, I know a boss, bro. So, like, I just, like, how do people walk around? I'm just so fascinated to just take in how people walk around and what they see the world as.
Yeah.
2000s-ish style homophobia? Like, what the fuck? There's eras to this shit now?
It's the early 2000s, it's not mid-2000s. It's not late 90s homophobia.
Yo, bro, that was the hottest era for homophobia, dog. Yo, you remember the 2000s era of homophobia, dog? You could just, you could say the F word, but with a backwards hat.
Oh my goodness. I know, right? What does that even mean?
Yo, bro. What are we talking about? Anyways, salutes to Abbas for actually, doing what most people don't and putting himself out there. It's really easy for that person to go and critique his fucking shit.
Yeah.
But will they ever do anything themselves other than complain about other people's shit? I don't know. Is that person doing any internal work? If you were, then you wouldn't feel the need to fucking email a boss about that shit.
If you were, you wouldn't know what early 2000s homophobia is.
Kudos. That's a very good point right there. Early 2000s ish. Early 2000s ish style homophobia. What the fuck are you on, bro? This is delusion. Anyway, shout outs to Abbas, bro. Get back safe. Don't let these weirdos take you under, which he's not. He's taking it in his stride. He posted it as a joke, and he's gonna continue to get better and funnier. And yeah, that is literally comedy boot camp out there. So like, bro, salutes to the guy.
Yeah.
That is the comedy recap. We will go into a weekly segment right now called Poll Results. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the podcast, welcome. If you are a recurring guest, welcome back, beautiful people. This is Poll Results. Every Monday on my Instagram social media account, I post an interactive poll question. I leave it up for 24 hours. The people vote. And then on Wednesday, me and Dante bring the results here to discuss. If you want to get in on the poll questions, that's AKA Black Zeus on Instagram every Monday. It scrolls at the bottom of the screen every once in a while. But this week's poll question, given all the alien shit that's been circulating the press recently, while real shit is actually happening behind the scenes. But don't worry, it's aliens. We have non-human biologics. They're non-human biologics. Meanwhile, fucking Hunter Biden's getting off with all his shit. All the world is burning. Fucking Maui's burning. But only the prime real estate in Maui burned. Only the prime real estate. It was a hurricane that didn't cause a flood, that only burned the prime real estate. Anyways, won't go down that rabbit hole this week. Holy shit, though. Like, come on, bro. And then on top of that, I watched this video. I showed Dante this footage before we started recording. The governor of fucking Hawaii, which sounds so wrong just saying that. The governor of an ancient land. The American governor of this ancient land. This white guy who works for the U.S. government, he's like, we're looking into ways of the government acquiring the land so that we could then redistribute it back to the... Why the fuck would the government need to acquire the land to redistribute it back to the people? Think, people! Because shit's going down right now. And, you know, again, whatever. We're here for comedy. But this week's poll question. Do you believe UFOs are non-human or human-built? And the two options were non-human or human. And before we get to the results, Dante, what do you think here?
This is a tricky one.
It's a trick question, right?
Tricky one.
It's a trick question.
I wish I could say both in this situation because I think that humans probably built some unidentified flying objects.
All right.
Right? But at the same time, I also do feel that we've found non-human ones. You know what I mean? So like maybe it's from a different race, but it could also be a UFO. I believe for this one, I selected human UFOs.
Yeah, same. But I do like your breakdown
a
here.
mixture of both.
I do like your breakdown here. I wanted to be very black and white with this question. I didn't want to give people wiggle room.
Yeah.
But yeah, because even for me, I'm like, I don't necessarily believe that entities are coming in from above or outside of this fucking existence. I'm more inclined to believe that if there were other beings or entities or whatever, they'd already be here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But
maybe they would look
human,
like us. That would make them
non-human. They would be humanoid.
They would be humanoid, I guess. Yeah, they would be humanoid, and that maybe would be the option I should have put. Yeah. Humanoid,
non-human, humanoid, and human.
It's a combination of all the combination. Friggin' Blake. Everybody's favorite rapper, Blake. A combination.
But yeah, I would say human just for simplicity's sake. You know what I mean?
I hate how much I agree with the humanoid one. I'm annoyed that I didn't put it in there because that is a good one. Because that is ultimately what I think is going on. Maybe. But what is a humanoid?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that this truth is stranger than fiction. I don't necessarily believe that all this shit is coming in from fucking Mars and Venus and shit, and they're flying down. Oh my god, man! Hello, I'm E.T. with a big gray head and fucking bulgy eyes. Maybe I'm an E.T. that just looks like a black guy.
Whoa, he's spilling all the beans here.
Hello. I have been living in Hollow Earth. No, that's fun. I've got to say, man, no better time to be alive than now, man.
Yeah.
Just seeing the sea of diatribes just the constant bashing of ideologies and
Yeah.
just like rams just crashing heads.
Mm-hmm.
People be like, it's this, it's that, and no one like, bro, we're there, bro. This is what, remember all the way, like, I don't know if you remember, but like in the 90s, 2000s, there was a KGB agent that defected. Yeah, this Russian guy that defected, and he did an interview with like an American TV interview, and he started spilling all the beans on how they fucking like take over societies and shit. And essentially, he said you have to instill 3 generations of ideologies before you get to a point where, like, you can tell you can. He literally said, we're at the point now. We're already past that point where you can look someone in the eye with the proof and tell them the truth, and they won't know if it's real or not. Like, and which, if you think about it, it's even crazier now. We're completely at that point where now we can see a flying saucer and people are like, I don't know, maybe we did this. Yeah. It's like, who fucking knows anymore, bro? We're at that point. AI is completely taken over. Yeah. You only need so much of someone's voice to fucking completely change what they say.
Yeah, it's like 3 seconds or something like that.
But it's 3 seconds, bro. You need 3 seconds of someone's voice. So think about it. We're all over the internet.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But fuck it, bro. I'm not afraid of that shit because my DNA is encoded, baby. So, you know, try and encrypt it. You're fucked. If you try and encrypt it, you're gonna get some bad juju back on you. At this point, I've fortified my encryption and firewall. You know what I mean? So I suggest you all do the same. Yeah. It's the only way you can avoid falling victim to the bullshit. Before we get off this subject, though, let's see the results. What the people say. Drum roll, please. 61% non-human, 39% human. I do this to myself, you know what I mean? Maybe I should start doing like a secondary thing to the poll where it's like, leave a comment.
Yeah.
Like,
you might as well.
What do you mean by non-human?
Yeah.
You know, if you voted one way or another, what do you mean by that? Like, human is very obvious, but like, do they think ETs like grays? It's 61% think these UFOs are fucking non-human built. I don't know, man. I think we have a much bigger hand in this than not. But I'm more also willing to believe that it's somewhere in the middle. It's like a combination. Humanoid. It's maybe somewhere mix of the two. Because if you're already willing to believe that there's aliens, then that already you should be open to the idea that maybe it's not aliens from out there, but they're fucking here. Yeah. And maybe humans are also part of that. Like why wouldn't we be alien?
My thought process is like, you know, maybe we were so advanced that we did make these things, and now today's government is just labeling those things as aliens, when in fact it was just black people.
I love it, bro. I love life so much. What a fun time to be alive. I hope you're enjoying the ride. Get your popcorn. Strap in, you know, because your arms are gonna be flailing. And I don't know how you feel about roller coasters, but there's 2 types of people on roller coasters. The one person that's enjoying the ride and the one person that's terrified and wants to get off. But guess what? This game of life, there is no getting off. So just start enjoying the fucking ride. Yeah, that's my advice to you. Fuck the UFOs. Oh, shit. A little bit of a shorter episode this week. We're not going to do Dante's Inferno this week. We will definitely, there will be a lot for us to talk about next week. We will, however, do a quick preview of the upcoming UFC fight card. This Saturday, it's UFC, 292? 292! Headlined by Aljamain Sterling and the fucking forgettable, regrettable, Irish potato, fucking not anywhere near as entertaining or stylistic or fun to watch as Conor McGregor, Sean O'Malley. That might be the worst fucking intro this guy's ever gotten, and I'm proud of that. Fuck this guy. He stinks so hard. But yeah, let's let Dante take the reins on this because he is our resident field expert in all things MMA. Dante, What do you predict for the main card here at UFC 292?
I would like to see 2 outcomes,
Okay.
maybe 3. Like I would like to see a knockout.
You would like to see, or like this is what you're predicting you will see?
Okay, so the first 2 are what are most likely to see.
Okay.
So we see Aljamain Khabib him to death, which is what he did.
Just takes him to the ground and just fucking destroys him.
Just destroys him. And then the second like offshoot of that is he then goes for the submission and gets a submission on Sugar Sean.
I would love to see that. I would love to see Sean O'Malley get submitted. That would be great. And get this bum out of the title contention. Like, who would be next up after him?
We would have to go through the rankings. I'm not too familiar.
Yeah, bantamweight's one that I'm not too familiar with.
Yeah. Actually, no. It would have to be a Nurmagomedov, like Umar or something like that.
Damn.
There's like a.
And you know that's friggin' UFC's wet dream.
I know.
An all friggin' Khabib camp friggin'.
Well, did you see the lineup for UFC 2?
It's all Khabib's guys, bro. His whole camp's getting paid. Khabib's getting paid.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that guy's good for life.
Yeah.
Dana loves him to death, and anybody that comes through Khabib's camp, you will automatically get a title shot sooner than you should. Kamzat is fighting too.
Yeah.
Worst name ever, Kamzat, but
It's Hamzat.
it's Kamzat, bro. Come on,
In
bro.
English.
The guy's name is Kamzat. It's Hamzat. I would never say that to his face because he would pulverize me. Okay, so you see Aljamain winning either just by ground, like the points on the ground, or submission.
Like total domination on the ground, just control time, top position, all 5 rounds.
Okay.
I would like to see him get a knockout, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because it's O'Malley.
O'Malley, yeah, likes to talk tough, likes to say he's a big bad fucking beanpole. The dude looks like a beanpole, bro. Like what are you talking about? Big bad tough guy. It's nice to see Zhang Weili back in action. That should be fun. Zhang Weili versus Amanda Lemos.
Yeah.
Amanda Lemos. What do you predict for this one?
This one's a little bit trickier because Lemos does have 1-punch power. And if she's able to land that against Zhang Weili, she could win. But I do probably see Zhang going for some sort of Khabib wrestling because she trains with Henry Cejudo, who...
Oh, shit!
She ultimately just beat Henry as well. Just keep that in mind. But
fair enough.
Yeah, so she went and trained with him. So I would expect her wrestling to be really good.
Yeah.
But I don't expect her jiu-jitsu to be as good as Amanda's.
Who you putting your money on? Yo, the odds are pretty even if they don't have odds.
Yeah. That's a hard one to pick.
I hate gambling, bro.
Yeah.
How are you gonna do that, bro? Oh, it's too close, so we can't give you the odds to bet.
Well, sometimes they do like 115, but this one is...
What is even the point of that?
115?
Like, what's the point of that?
Well, it's basically the same as not giving it to you.
It's not giving odds, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Neil Magny. This will be exciting. Welterweight bout.
Yeah.
Neil Magny versus Ian.
Ian.
Or he's Irish.
Yeah,
it's definitely
not
Ian.
Jamaican. Ian
Machado Gary.
Machado.
It's Ian Machado Gary.
Yeah.
That's a crazy name. I've never seen him fight. Do you know much about him?
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's
Neil Magny's a fucking beast. Is he up to par?
Striking wise, I think he's up to par and he's got the power. Does he have the stamina to
I've got the power.
Yeah. Does he have the stamina to be with Neil Magny? We haven't seen him go that long yet. We haven't
3 rounds?
Yeah, but we haven't seen him like test it. Like,
all right, go the distance. Like go to the judges.
Not even the judges, but I gotta see some guys go through the deep end.
The deep end? No, I know. I knew you were gonna go fucking. He's got to go through infested shark waters.
Yeah, you got to see how guys last, because some dudes break and they just drown in the water. You know what I mean?
Very true.
And like, they just never come back. So we'll see. Like,
very true. That it's funny that you say that because that is literally. I remember one of the first main ideologies I took to comedy was if I really want to be as good as these people that I'm looking up to, I gotta be around the best. even at the time where I was new, I was always surrounding myself with whoever's the best in our scene. And then eventually, you know, you just start holding your own. And then eventually you're on par. And then eventually there's nights where you're fucking outshining.
Yes.
And it's like a balance. So there's nights where they're outshining, and which is what it's like. It's a healthy competition.
Yes.
It's like iron sharpens iron type deal.
100%.
So it's like jumping into the deep end, bro, 100% lets you know who you are faster.
Yes.
But then it might be like a hard reality hit.
Yeah.
To have to go back to the shallow end.
And
I just stayed in the deep end, bro. And I just fucking treaded water until all of a sudden I'm doing fucking backstrokes and all these like fucking dives and shit.
The one thing about when you jump into the deep end in the UFC is that you take physical damage.
Oh yeah. Ooh, oh fair enough. It's not comedy. It ain't the comedy deep end.
So like you could jump into the deep end, you can literally lose an arm, you can lose a leg. Like
who's that black guy we just saw?
Khalil Roundtree.
Roundtree, bro, where he just snaps a person's leg in half.
Yeah.
Ugh. Holy shit, Cody Garbrandt's still fighting, bro?
Actually, his fight got canceled, so we can skip that one.
How is he still? Is this like people like Cody? People like Cody.
Well, because do you remember? Were you watching when that whole feud with him and TJ
and
Dillashaw?
TJ Dillashaw, yeah,
and he was like the hero. And then remember, he was the
it's funny
champion.
because all of a sudden everybody turned their back on Cody.
Well, because he started losing. That's what happens.
Fair enough.
Unless you're Tony Ferguson for some reason.
Yo, all these memes of Tony Ferguson, bro, lately. You've been getting all the memes. I've been sending you a Tony Ferguson, bro. That's so funny. Like, God, how are you still alive?
Yeah. Hang on, brother.
Oh, shit. How are you still alive? Shout outs to Marlon Vera. That'll be a good fight.
Yeah,
Bantamweight.
That's a banger of a fight.
Wait, this is Bantamweight?
Yep.
What's the title up for grabs? Is it Bantamweight?
It is. So
Vera's got to be in the running.
Yeah, Vera. Yeah, but he lost his last fight to Sanhagen, and it wasn't.
Right. Scroll down.
He didn't really show up for that one too. So, this is a banger of a fight. I got Cheeto Vera for this one.
Marlon.
Marlon Cheeto Vera.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's his.
Yo, I was tripping out because I'm like, yo, there's a Cheeto Vera. I was tripping. It's his middle name.
It's his nickname.
Fuck, bro, I suck.
Yeah.
Well, it's a believable middle name for
his
Spanish.
Well, also because I believe he's from a place called Quito or something like that.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And then he named his son Cheeto as well.
That's racist. I think that's Mexican what I'm
doing. Pedro Munoz,
I don't know much of him.
He swangs and bangs. Like he'll fight. Like he'll throw like hooks and stuff. And
he'll throw hooks.
Chris Weidman.
How is this nigga still fighting?
This
has got to be the last fight of his contract, no? Like, how old is Weidman, bro?
Doesn't even say.
Yeah, he's got to be like mid 30s, late 30s.
Yeah, mid to late 30s.
Yeah, definitely.
This is a hard one. I mean, even Brad Tavares, like people don't know, Izzy went 5 rounds with Tavares like early on in his career. Huh. So like, you know, he's been like up there, but he never really passed through and all that stuff. So he's like a good contender. I would see if Weidman is smart once again, if he follows his game plan, wrestle him.
All right. Fuck it. That's it. That's all I got energy for. Just scroll through this and tell me if you see any banger alerts that we haven't talked about. Yo, this isn't even that big of a fight card.
It's not showing the whole thing, or is it?
That looks like it is.
No, because there should be more.
They're not showing the prelims and all that shit.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. That is UFC 192 preview. We will obviously come back next week with the results and see how Dante stacked up to his predictions. If you like that shit, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button, all that good stuff. But this will be the end of this week's episode. Nice. We're wrapping it up. Less than an hour? Perfect. And you guys still get an episode. And it wasn't the worst episode, but this episode sucks. No, it was great. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Dante, where can the people find you online?
The people can find me online at Person1Prod, PERSON, 1 PROD.
Dope.
Holly boy.
I am AKA Black Zeus on all social media, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or I guess X, and Facebook. I'm not on TikTok, so don't bother looking for me there. I'm not on Threads. Don't bother looking for me there. Any of the new shit going forward can suck my fucking left nut. Don't give a fuck about it. Well, we're just gonna continue. Oh, I can't start this diatribe at the end of the show.
Save it for next.
We'll be here for another 15 minutes. Anyways, those are the things I'm on. It scrolls at the bottom of the screen, so make sure you hit me up, DM me, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, subscribe. I think I said that so many times. I'm so sick of this shit. I love you all. Most importantly, thank you for being here. Hopefully, we will see you next week. This is it. Black Zeus the podcast, season 4, episode 27. Peace.